Theodore Roosevelt. Key achievements and events as the 26th President of the United States. 1. Trust busting. President Theodore Roosevelt became known as the Trust Buster for his aggressive enforcement of antitrust laws, leading to the dissolution of several major monopolistic corporations, including the Northern Securities Company and Standard Oil. His actions aimed to promote fair competition and prevent the concentration of economic power. 2. Conservation. Roosevelt was a passionate advocate for conservation and environmental protection, establishing the United States Forest Service and expanding the national park system. His administration set aside millions of acres of public lands for preservation, including the creation of iconic national parks, such as Yellowstone and Yosemite. 3. Panama Canal. Roosevelt championed the construction of the Panama Canal, a strategic waterway connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. His administration negotiated the Habano-Varilla Treaty with Panama, securing U.S. control over the canal zone and overseeing the construction of the canal, which was completed in 1914. 4. Square Deal. Roosevelt introduced the concept of the Square Deal, which emphasized fairness and social justice in economic policy. The Square Deal sought to balance the interests of labor, business, and consumers through regulatory reforms, including improved working conditions, consumer protection, and regulation of monopolies. 5. Pure Food and Drug Act. Roosevelt signed the Pure Food and Drug Act into law in 1906, establishing the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and regulating the safety and labeling of food and pharmaceuticals. The act aimed to protect consumers from adulterated and misbranded products and improve public health standards. 6. Roosevelt Corollary. Roosevelt articulated the Roosevelt Corollary to the Monroe Doctrine, asserting America's right to intervene militarily in Latin American countries to prevent European intervention and maintain stability in the Western Hemisphere. The Corollary expanded U.S. influence in Latin America, but also raised concerns about American imperialism. 7. Russo-Japanese War Mediation. Roosevelt brokered a peace agreement to end the Russo-Japanese War in 1905, earning the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts. The Treaty of Portsmouth, negotiated in New Hampshire, resulted in the withdrawal of Russian forces from Manchuria and the recognition of Japan's dominance in Korea. 8. Great White Fleet. Roosevelt sent the Great White Fleet, a fleet of American battleships, on a global circumnavigation from 1907 to 1909, to showcase American naval power and promote diplomacy. The fleet's voyage demonstrated America's emergence as a naval superpower, and reinforced Roosevelt's commitment to peace through strength. 9. National Reclamation Act. Roosevelt signed the National Reclamation Act, also known as the Newlands Reclamation Act, into law in 1902. The act authorized the construction of irrigation projects in the arid West, promoting agricultural development and settlement of previously unproductive lands. 10. Legacy. Theodore Roosevelt's presidency left a lasting impact on American politics, society, and foreign policy. His progressive reforms, energetic leadership, and assertive diplomacy reshaped the presidency and set the stage for the emergence of the United States as a global power in the 20th century.